Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania. It's now available on digital stores. And today I'm so glad to speak with a talented actress. She knows martial arts, she writes, and she's killing it everywhere she goes. Please welcome Katy O'Brien. Hey, how's it going for you?
That's great. Thank you for having me.
Thank you for having me. I feel so lucky to be here talking to you. So I gotta ask, how is it like to be part of the Marvel universe? It's crazy, right?
It is. It's pretty unreal. I do feel like maybe I'm actually in a coma somewhere or something.
Yeah. So what does your family and especially your wife tell you about all this fame all of a sudden? How do your life change? How do you feel about it?
It was interesting. Like, my family's obviously very excited, very supportive. I think my mom just tells everybody she knows. I don't know. But my wife definitely is on the keeping me humble train. So she reminds me very much that I'm not famous. And
Yeah.
I agree with her yeah. But we have recently had a couple situations now. Like now every time I leave the house, I'm recognized. So that's a really strange uh, uh feeling, I guess. But yeah, there's been moments too where it's been kind of like difficult to get away. So she's been a uh good at derailing things and deterring. So it's been awesome.
Yeah, I can imagine with all this craziness happening in your career last year. Have you had any crazy moments with fans or awkward on the streets when they recognize you, kind of thing?
It's the weirdest thing is a lot of people come up to me and they're like, you know who you look like, right? And then I'm like, what do I say to that? I'm like, I guess. And they're like, are you that person? And I'm like, are you talking about me? Like Katy? Yes. So they just kind of open the conversation really strange. Or been doing a lot of conventions, and one of the big things is, people will come up to talk to you, but they will just stop talking and then just kind of stare. And then I'm like, is the conversation done? Or are we still going? So you kind of have to.
They're feeling nervous that the way I am right now with you.
Oh, no. You just gotta work through it. You gotta work through the awkwardness. But yeah.
Yeah, the more we speak, the more it becomes more natural, right?
Yes. Yeah, exactly.
So coming back to the movie, do you recall any funny moments with all the stuff happening on set and or with your teammates? Any moment that you will recall?
Any moment?
Yeah, any moment, and any special moment that you will remember of that.
Uh, there's so many. I'll throw some credit to the stunt guys because I spent so much time with them. My double Nili Sitan, she basically, like, when I walked in, she ran up, gave me the biggest hug ever, was super, super excited to see me. And I'm like, who are you? And then we found out who she was or whatever. But it turns out they thought I was like 5'5" or something. And
Mm-hmm.
I'm taller than that. So they got a double who is like much shorter.
Oh,
Um, but she's this amazing weapons master. So basically they were like, well, we want to keep her around because she's amazing. She does phenomenal choreo, and I wanted her to be around because she gave me such a big hug. And so she just kind of spent a lot of time teaching me everything, and she was very patient with me and an amazing teacher. And it was basically like I got to do this really, really cool story, fun movie, and I got to learn a whole other martial art while I was doing it, which is like kind of a dream. But we got to be really close with the stunt guys, and there's like this moment where I'm kind of like swiping around with my spear, and I'm supposed to like mimic swiping someone's head off, basically.
yeah.
But I got him. I got like a good cheek swipe.
Ooh. Oh.
And it was so fast paced. I was like, sorry. And he's like, go, just keep going. And I kick him. So it's like they recorded me going, boom, sorry. And so I seemed kind of like a psycho at the point, but it was really
Oh
fun.
my God. That was the thing that I was gonna ask you if you perform all your stunts like Tom Cruise or Jackie Chan or whatever, because you know martial arts since 30 years old. I think, yeah.
Just
That's
about, yeah. Yeah, I did wind up doing all my fight scenes. And then they hooked me
but
up
the
to.
insurance give you away. The insurance, hey, don't do that because there's expensive thing if we replace you, right?
No, they put me on the ropes, dropped me, they yanked me back. We did all of it. I don't know.
Don't keep me away from the fun stuff, right? Just
That's right. Yeah. I mean, if at any point Gentoro had to be set on fire, I think I would let somebody else do that for sure.
yeah.
I have no interest in that. Or, yeah, if there's something that's really, really dangerous, then yeah, obviously
They keep you away from that, yeah.
I'm
So
good.
reading about you, I stumbled with the fact that you were actually a police officer. I didn't know that. So did you ever get to catch a bad guy on the streets, or how is it like to be there?
Yeah, I did. I mean, it's definitely challenging. It can be exhausting for sure, but you can you take the good with the bad. You have really bad days, obviously. But when you are able to help somebody, that's kind of like that's that was the reason I did it. So I did wind up working a lot of like psychiatric cases, people having certain, episodes, things like that. And just really getting to take the time to sit down and talk to them and kind of help them work through that and try to take them to the next step to get help. That was really rewarding for me. But yeah, I mean, you see a lot of just really awful things and have to kind of take the time to make sure that it doesn't wear on you.
Yeah, that's so interesting. That is so humble of you to help others in your way. So in this career that you have had in martial arts, what will be your advice about life so we can reach wellness, not physically but just mentally as well? Is there any secret that make you happy in your experience?
Yeah, I mean, I do try to give back when I can, and sometimes it takes a lot of work, but at the end of it's really rewarding. And one of the ways that my wife and I have done that is fostering animals, and
Mm.
we've definitely fostered we've kept quite a few.
How many
But
animals have you had in your house?
so right now we have two cats and a dog, a puppy
Oh,
who's
that's so sweet.
sleeping right there.
Oh,
Yeah.
look at that.
And we fostered that puppy's mom.
Yeah.
We had a litter of 7 puppies that we weaned out and adopted out. And then most recently we had a husky who got hit by a car. So we were helping him while he was preparing for surgery and everything. And then we've found a newborn kitten that Kylie's friend is taking care of, but like when she's working, we take care of. So we always have like animals in and out, and there's almost nothing really more pure than that. But yeah, there's so many ways. It's kind of, knowing what's in your heart and knowing that there's uh a lot of love that needs to be given out in this world, and finding ways, I think, to give it if you have it.
Yeah, that's what I call true love from the soul to the ones that we are close with. So, having appeared in a lot of franchises that we love, is there any particular one that marked your childhood? I mean, video games, movies, or shows?
Yeah, I mean, like in terms of ones that I've appeared in, or
No, the ones that
oh
you like. You like.
yeah,
You
my brother.
consider yourself like I'm a kind of nerd person or something, or not?
No, so my brother and my brother is 362 days older than me. He's not a full year older. So we were really close, and after school every day we'd watch like Pokemon. It was like our big thing for a while. We had Power Rangers.
Yeah.
There's like this show that no one knows about or remembers, Mystic Knights of Tir na Nog. So we'd watch all of these shows, and then we really got into Xena, Warrior Princess. And then we would watch Saturday morning cartoons. So Spider-Man was huge for us, and X-Men was huge for us. So we loved the Justice League, and I think we just we gravitated more towards like the superheroes and the action shows. And my brother is hands down a bigger nerd than I am. So he's up to date on like every Wonder Woman issue and every like Batman
Yeah.
issue, Ninja Turtles. He knows all of it. He's like, "Did you read the latest Wonder Woman?" And I'm like 10 years behind. I catch up.
He's one of the
But
minds. He's one of the minds. I think we will get along so well. So my last question is, what is your favorite Marvel superhero and your favorite Star Wars movie?
oh, my favorite Marvel superhero. For the longest time, it was this kind of obscure character. Her name was M, and she was in the Generation X comics, and then X Factor Investigations when they kind of grew up and branched out. But I just liked her because like she was the only character that sort of looked like me at the time. So I was like trying to desperately find someone to relate to. But I think at the end of the day, it will be Storm. I think Storm is pretty underutilized and pretty awesome. And then what was the other half of the question?
That Star Wars movie that you like the most.
Oh, Star Wars movie. Star Wars movie would be Return of the Jedi.
Yeah, we will see Elia in the next season of Mandalorian.
I hope so. I don't know yet.
They haven't handed you the script yet, right?
Yeah. I certainly look less killed off this season than I did the season before. So I hope I'm coming back. But yeah, I'm waiting for the call.
Well, thank you so much for your time. I really appreciate it. And I wish you the best with this movie and next projects to come in your life. And thank you so much for sharing this happiness with us.
Thank you. Thanks for talking to me.